Hi there, Dominic Belfield from Ray White, Victoria, Tasmania. And today I'd like to talk to sales agents and lead agents in our network. I'm often asked what tips and advice can I give people for a successful career in real estate. I was lucky enough to start my career as a PA, then go into sales before I became a principal. And some of the things that worked really well for me was over-servicing my client. I'm a big believer in face-to-face communication. So with all my sellers, there was a minimum expectation of myself that I met with all my sellers once a week, and I would speak to them on the phone at least 4 or 5 times a week. What time of day should I call my vendors? Any time of day. I would start my calls from 7:30 a.m. and I'd call them as late as 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. It's never too early or too late to call a vendor. You're selling their greatest asset. All they want is to hear from you. And sometimes you might have a quiet week with not a lot going on. It's still important to communicate with the vendors. The biggest mistake an agent can make is not communicating with their sellers. If it's quiet, tell them it's quiet. Work out a new strategy on how you can potentially generate some more inquiry and more inspections of the property. But when a seller does not hear from their agent, they think their agent is not actually working on their property. If you plan to do something for the property to generate some more inquiry, let the owners know what you're planning to do. Communication is key. The success or the failure of your career will be determined on how good you communicate with your sellers and your buyers too, for that matter. Communicate as often as you need to, call them as often as you need to. And if you do that, you'll set yourself up for a long and successful career.